Welcome, audience! Today's video, unfortunately, requires a bit of a disclaimer.
Warning, the following video contains discussions of politics and serious topical issues facing the modern day. And said discussion will be coming from an empathetic point of view, from someone who actually cares about how human beings are treated by the powers that be. If this concept of treating people, no matter their race or citizenship status, with respect and dignity is offensive to you, please kindly feel free to scream about this video and how much it pissed you off on the loudest platform possible. It only draws more attention to me. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy.
With that said, now it is time to talk about Men in Black, everyone.
Men in Black? Alien Attack. This is a massively underrated shooter dark ride that has made its home in Universal Florida for quite some time. While it has fallen into a bit more obscurity compared to other Universal Florida attractions, I still find it not only an enjoyable attraction, but an impressive one in its own right. Even if it does showcase a darker aspect within when you really look into things.
And I bet you're wondering, what's the history here? Why Men in Black at Universal Florida? Well, you probably already know the answer, but just in case it was neuralized out of you, allow me to give it.
This all started because of one aspect of the entertainment industry that has sadly become a very reoccurring issue for basically everyone involved in managing it.
Overzealous expectations.
You see, in 1994, when Islands of Adventure was still being established for its 1999 opening, Universal leadership was scared about the possibility of the new park cannibalizing all the attention away from the classic Universal Park upon its opening, with how big and popular they thought Islands of Adventure would be.
And considering that the park was basically considered a wonderfully designed and artistically motivated flop until Wizarding World came about, you know exactly how it went with that.
In response, Universal higher-ups asked Creative to look into putting together a big, eye-pleasing attraction to get people's attention at the main park around the same time. But they had another problem.
They had no one to work on the project.
Yeah! Between not only Islands of Adventure, but also design work for Universal Studios Japan, Universal Creative's hands were tied on building 2 entire parks from scratch. Meaning that this big attraction to save Universal Florida from irrelevancy when the big new islands came in was already in serious trouble. In response, Universal forcibly yanked 4 guys, Phil Hetmana, Dave Cobb, Craig Hanna, and John Murdy away from their current projects and onto this one.
Corporate America, folks.
As a result, these 4 had to get a concept, a construction team, and actually build whatever the heck was going to happen within a mere 2 years and 4 months, which is not a lot of time in terms of theme park work. Luckily, Universal did give them a bit of help choosing a spot to place the thing, right between what used to be Jaws and Back to the Future.
Time really isn't kind to anybody, is it?
That area did leave a lot to work with as an empty plot of land, but it was still a tight space. Regardless, many ideas are discussed, like a horror dark ride based on the film adaptations of Stephen King novels, a roller coaster based on Apollo 13, and most shockingly, a dark ride based on The Simpsons.
Ha! A theme park ride based on an animated sitcom. Please. This is ridiculous.
In the end, though, due to the film's massive success around that same time, plus the willingness of Sony to work with Universal on the project, Men in Black was chosen as the franchise to fulfill that role of this rush order attraction. This naturally led to questions on what the ride system should be, and with the limited time available, the creators realized that they didn't have the time to develop a whole new ride system.
And they solved that problem the same way America has solved problems for generations. Taking something that already exists and adding guns to it.
Basically, with R&D already down for the ride systems for Islands of Adventure's Cat in the Hat ride, they took that base framework and added in laser tag guns, creating the perfect setup for an action-packed shooter ride.
Which naturally leads to something kind of disturbing in hindsight, but I'll save that for later.
With that and everything in place, despite the rush schedule, the ride went into place pretty quickly without too much issue, eventually resulting in the ride's opening on April 14th in the year 2000.
And so, with the history established, let's get into my review of Men in Black Alien Attack.
The experience begins as you enter the show building, which immediately leads into a major nitpick I have with many attractions from Universal Florida. To explain, many rides in the industry see what are referred to as loose articles, such as hats, glasses, and bags, as a safety hazard on rides with faster-paced movement. Disney, for the most part, handles it well with bag harnesses or similar protocols to keep these materials in place to prevent loss and enhance safety. Even Universal Hollywood has gotten in on this, with all but one ride either allowing loose articles to just be on the person or providing some sort of in-car storage. Florida, though, decided that level of convenience didn't belong in their neck of the woods, instead relegating most faster-paced rides to lockers situated just outside of the ride itself, meaning you'll be going through the full queue without any of your accompanying accoutrement, unless it's small enough to fit on your person and you don't mind risking it flying out of your pockets. Luckily, in recent years, with rides like the Velocicoaster or some of Epic Universe's offerings, they are learning from this with lockers integrated into the queues near the end before boarding. But the fact that there has been no attempt to upgrade on the system on older rides that still deal with this bull is a stupidly annoying issue.
But enough of the locker talk. Let's get into things.
The show building is set up like a 1950s/60s World Fair building. In the past, as we made our way in, we were introduced via quite an entertaining and interesting pre-show, but this has sadly been removed for quite some time.
But hey, it is part of the experience, or at least it was designed to be. So, let's get riffing!
Alright, my name is Jacob. I'll be your tour guide today through the universe and you, which is Universal's only 3-hour educational walking tour.
Because that's what the guests came here for! More walking!
Anyways, before that 3-hour educational walking tour I'll be by your side for, I do have to give you guys a brief audio presentation. What are we looking at? It's just audio. I'll be back, you guys, for this.
He left us. He left us.
Are we alone? Join us now as we take you on a fantastic
Universe and You program terminated.
No, you got it all wrong. The Men in Black deal with aliens, not robots. Terminators aren't even a factor here. Unfortunately.
The intro actually reveals itself to be a setup for Men in Black training, as we are led into a nearby elevator, the introduction to the concept being narrated by Zeb himself, Rip Torn. Universal, unlike Disney, really has a knack for keeping talent from the films involved in the rides, even major celebrities, and it's always spectacular to see. There's no faux Richard Kind style shenanigans here. You get the genuine article, and that's pretty impressive. This queue is filled with Easter eggs. This includes the creepy-ass misogynistic worms, sounds of various aliens behind doors in the hallway, a wall covered in weapons from the film, a recreation of the Men in Black ground floor. There's a lot here.
But yeah, this queue is excellent. Let's get to the ride system.
This is a slow-traveling but fast-spinning dark ride. As I said in the setup, the actual conveyance system was a direct clone of the Cat in the Hat at Islands of Adventure, but with guns. Time to die!
Giving beloved childhood icons guns. That's just ridiculous.
The queue and early ride set up the premise as we play the role of potential MIB recruits about to undertake their entrance exam. A mobile firing range.
Okay, I was really hoping to save this for later, but the way things are looking, this needs to be addressed.
What really are the Men in Black in universe exactly? Sure, the plots of the films are over-the-top sci-fi action comedies, but really think about this. It's established across the franchise that aliens casually live on planet Earth hiding amongst humanity. The Men in Black are in place to protect against aliens intent on doing harm to Earth, facilitate interplanetary security to and from the planet, and also enforce the laws put in place to keep relations peaceful. If you haven't put together what I'm getting at, Allow me to spell it out.
The men in black are space ice.
So thus, when you think about just how violent their approach is across the films, and just how many actions of police brutality are performed by them on a regular basis in the films for the sake of comedy, it really does not paint them in a good light when you think about the implications here.
And then you get to this ride, where the organization's entrance exam is a literal shooting gallery. Paints a pretty grim picture. Huh.
And it doesn't exactly get better as we head into the past shooting down targets until...
Hold your fire! Our shipment of alien bad guys has crash landed smack dab in the middle of Manhattan.
So, let me get this straight. A shipment of alien bad guys just crash landed, no backstory, no crimes, no reason for why they're bad, just they're bad guys, so shoot them. Looking more dystopian by the minute.
And yeah, when you get out there, don't get me wrong, some of them are definitely bad guys, firing off heavy weaponry or consuming buildings, but no joke, every alien you encounter in this ride is a target, and many of them are just chilling out over a game of chess or doing car repair and things like that.
But hey, outside of the unfortunate accidental propaganda, this experience is dang awesome.
I mean it, the animatronics work and set design are freaking stellar, with the aliens filling the scene and the constant motion making for an amazing scene to witness.
But let's get back to the plot, shall we?
After shooting your way through a city full of aliens, being separated from the other car, and then ambushed by a group of villains, Zed scans the ride cars to look out for aliens hiding among the recruits, only for it to turn out the whole other car is full of them.
Why is it disqualifying? Or heck, even a problem?
We know there are aliens working for MIB already. Heck, one of them is assigned as an agent in the sequel. This shouldn't be an issue.
Jeez, talk about stereotyping. The Inhuman Resources Department is gonna have a lot of fires put out after this.
Regardless, the vehicle has been beside us this whole time now becomes yet another target to shoot, firing at them alongside all the other aliens in the area, until we encounter a gigantic alien monster. And only one response seems proper.
Push the little red button.
The button actually activates a thermonuclear device, acting as our big finale moment before we reach the final scoring system, where one of 36 different videos can play out depending on the different scores the two ride vehicles pulling in. All of which done by Will Smith cracking wise with the scores in question.
Damn, man had the will to work. What can I say?
And to make it even better, this ride also has two different follow-ups depending on the score of the car overall. Do just okay, and you see an alien give you a prep talk as things wind down. But if you were over the threshold, you get to see your suit being prepared for you when you're ready.
Given what I'm finding out about this job, I'd rather not have it.
No matter your result though, Will Smith neuralizes the car just before pulling into an exit station for the edutainment experience set up by the initial entrance, allowing us to make our exit into the gift shop.
So, what do I think of Men in Black Alien Attack? Well, so long as you don't look too deeply into things like I did here, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, this ride is dark as hell, with some very unfortunate subtext, especially in the modern day. But as a ride experience, it more than delivers with some fun as heck gameplay, fast exterminating spinning motion that can come out of nowhere, and a clear sense of respect and care put into the franchise. I'd say, so long as you can turn your brain off, this ride's one heck of a fun time, and hey, they even have a way to help you with that at the end too, so win-win.
Well, I hope you enjoyed, even if it did get a little dark there. Sorry. Anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more mockery and tomfoolery. Okay, so let's get searching, Stony. If the devices are here, we'll find them. On it. Hey, Tendo, check this out.
What is it?
Well, I found this journal. You know, normally I'd be against reading that and invading his privacy further, but the situation demands it.
Well, who's this?
No clue, but it seems these are research notes. They seem to keep talking about all this being done for some doctor, like,
You don't think
yeah, I'm getting that feel.
What are you doing here?
you're Dr. Carquiz's spy, aren't you?
Doctor who?